Hello, I'm Julianne O'Dwyer. I am a health coach, and today's topic is benefits of alkaline water for boosting immunity. Thank you for joining us. Given the current viral pandemic, we thought that this was a relevant topic. So I hope that you'll get some tips today, which will help you feel more hopeful and perhaps change your lifestyle a bit to be more proactive. I can be reached at healthylivingwithjulianne.com. My email is info@vitalhealthylife.com, and then also at trekkingwithjulianne.com. So my partner and co-sponsor of this event is Alyssas, who is the owner of The Difference Baker, a wonderful newly opened bakery, and the products that she produces are free of gluten, wheat, soy, peanuts, tree nuts, corn, food dye, shellfish, and crustaceans. Many of us have gone undiagnosed with food allergies for years, and we're very excited to be able to take advantage of these yummy foods that Alyssa and her staff have been producing. She launched her bakery in October of 2019, and it has become a cornerstone in the Ashburn, Virginia community. It really does have a neighborhood atmosphere, and up until the viral pandemic that we're facing, she was open, seeing customers in person. But she decided a couple of weeks ago, when the schools closed, to go online. So you can order products at thedifferencebaker.com for pickup or delivery. Like me, Alyssa has had incredible results drinking alkaline water, so I'm going to read her testimony. She says, "I have been solely drinking alkaline water at home for the last 10 years. It has helped me and my family in so many ways. It has guided our digestion, our sleep, our energy levels, and most importantly, boosted our immune systems. We use it to water our plants, cook, and it's the only water our pets drink. We are all healthier as a result of drinking alkaline water. When I decided to build The Difference Bakery, I knew it was The Difference Baker. I knew it was the only water I wanted to cook with and sell to my customers. We offer alkaline water by the cup, and customers can fill up water bottles for $1 a gallon. The mission that Alyssa has adopted for The Difference Baker is bringing heaven on earth to those who suffer from food restrictions, one bite at a time. Allergen-free food does not have to taste any different." The reason I posted this photo of myself, I'm wearing a red hat in Nepal, is to inspire you, hopefully, because trekking in Nepal had been a lifelong dream, and it really didn't seem reachable for many, many years when I was facing what seemed like insurmountable obstacles with my health. But it did come true. I did do it, and you can see the Sherpa there in the yellow shirt. I recovered from several autoimmune hormone issues, along with long-standing back, neck, shoulder, and leg issues. So I'm hoping today that I can empower you to improve your health and keep your life goals, which may well be different than mine, in the forefront of your mind every day, because we're facing unprecedented health scare with this viral pandemic, and we need to try to be as positive as possible and know that it will eventually go away and we will eventually return to normal. But in the meantime, we need to take care of ourselves physically, emotionally, and mentally. So drinking alkaline water or glacier water was a significant contributor to my recovery. Not the only technology I used, but a very significant contributor. So I believe that you too can overcome challenges that you may face. Maybe it's physical, maybe it's your health. Maybe you're having trouble concentrating. You're very distracted and worried by the current crisis. So you're mentally just, imbalanced a little bit. Or maybe you're just emotionally wrought. Your kids are upset, depressed, and so forth. And there's a lot of anxiety. So this is all the more reason to start to really pay attention to your lifestyle. And I want to encourage you not only to change your lifestyle, but to keep dreaming big. I just couldn't even imagine hiking in Nepal, and there I am. So the agenda today, we're going to talk about a couple of essentials: water, oxygen, and food. And hopefully you will consider changing your lifestyle a bit to be more healthy. We're going to discuss which water is healthiest: tap, bottled, reverse osmosis, or alkaline water, and dehydration's many disguises. Dehydration is an underlying cause of most illnesses. Not the only, but definitely a contributor in most situations. Alkaline pH balance is taught in medical schools, dental schools, nursing schools, chiropractic schools. So your doctors and nurses know about this, but not always discussed in day-to-day medical visits. However, it is extremely important in order to achieve optimal health. So we'll talk about the specific health benefits of drinking alkaline water. It cuts across many issues, and discuss why Major League Baseball teams are drinking alkaline water and the improvements they're seeing in performance, endurance, recovery, less inflammation, fewer aches and pains, and fewer injuries. So really the wellness community focuses around this mission. Health is more dependent on nutrition, what you eat, what you drink, your habits, what you do on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis, and what you think than medicine. So your thoughts can have an impact on your health. And given this stressful time during this pandemic, I urge you to really keep track of what you're thinking and what your kids are thinking, and try to shift. Perhaps today I can inspire you to throw a few old habits out the door and adopt a few new habits. My story, again, I mentioned, is that the drinking alkaline water helped me recover from several autoimmune hormone issues. And I had shooting discomfort up and down my right side for years: back, neck, shoulder, leg discomfort. The alkaline water helped reduce the inflammation in my body, so that dissipated. So I'm sure you realize the tap water, the regulatory supervision, oversight for tap water is loose. And, some of it is not clean. The Environmental Working Group, here are some statistics, of course, shows that there are many pesticides and chemicals in fertilizer, which is where our food is grown. Therefore, our food is often not safe. It has pesticides, chemicals from factory discharges and consumer products, contaminants from wastewater treatment plants, pollutants from drinking water treatment processes, and pipes that leach contaminants into the water that we drink. Now, Flint, Michigan, as we recall, is a community that suffered from unclean water and was not prepared for the crisis. So hopefully today you can start being more cognizant of where you source your water and how much you drink. The hazards of phthalates and plastic is very deep because plastic bottles leach BPA, which mimics the sex hormone estrogen, and leads to hormone imbalances. So ladies, hormones oftentimes is a big issue for us. Hormone system is very important. So whether you're premenstrual, menstruating, perimenopause, menopausal, postmenopausal, You know, that's a wide range. And plastic is not helping you to stay balanced. Gentlemen, phthalates have been linked to decreased sperm count. And of course, you have hormones as well, so you need to be careful. Phthalates has been linked to behavioral and respiratory issues. So given that the current virus that we face attacks the lungs and the respiratory system, avoiding plastics is one way you can be proactive. And the other problem with plastic bottles is that it's an environmental hazard. It's polluting our environment. The book, You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty, is really revealing. And the author, Dr. Botman-Gelage, was a pioneer in the impact of water on the body. It is the single most important nutrient for our bodies. And he developed a website called watercure.com, and he discusses the range of health issues that are affected by water and how, as you drink more, it can reduce inflammation. He often, when he was alive, would advise his patients to go home, drink more water for 2 or 3, 1 or 2 weeks, and see if that helped conditions. If not, they're welcome to go back. But kind of unique for a physician to make that suggestion. So he's got other books that he's written. I suggest you check out his website. The process of toxicity and toxic buildup is becoming increasingly alarming because it is a cycle. And the toxins that I'm referring to are pesticides in our food, unclean or acidic water, pollution from cars. Here in the DC area, we have 6 million people driving 6 million or so cars. At any given time, we have 3 airports within a 60-mile radius. The chemical trails emitted from the planes contain aluminum, very, very dangerous to the body, very toxic, along with other heavy metals, mercury and lead. Electromagnetic frequencies are emitting radiation, which damages our cells. So all of these toxins are causing cellular damage and leading to dehydration. The cells are not absorbing the water that we're giving them. Dehydration leads to acidosis. Acidosis leads to inflammation, which leads to a weakened immune system. Hydration promotes health and bolsters the immune system, as we've said. So water is involved in every function of our bodies and a major ingredient in all liquids, the blood, the urine, and saliva. It's important because water carries nutrients and oxygen to our cells, and it carries waste from our cells. And this is the process of cleansing or detoxification. If you do not remove toxicity over your lifetime with water and other techniques, you create toxic buildup, and that's a contributor to major health issues, even small health issues. Dehydration has many disguises. If you are experiencing brain issues, you or your kids or your parents, brain issues, brain fog, ADD, fuzzy thinking, dementia, Alzheimer's. This is very serious because it means that your brain has not been watered enough. The brain will borrow from the other organs in the body. So you want to start drinking more water, see if that helps. Digestion is also affected, constipation, diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome. Drink more water, see what happens. And dehydration is not the only cause of these issues. It is just a contributor. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, low energy, fatigue, Lyme disease, obesity, sleep issues, sinusitis, skin disorders. Drink more water, see if it helps. So the process of dehydration is the amount of water leaving the body is greater than the amount being consumed. So on a regular, hopefully daily basis, we're all engaging in eliminating, we're urinating and defecating, which causes a water loss. We're breathing. When we sleep, we're sweating. We wake up dehydrated. So reaching for coffee first thing, which is dehydrating in my opinion, dehydrates you even more. So try drinking a glass of water before breakfast, before coffee. Athletics, of course, sweating from athletics or saunas causes a water loss, which is good because you're releasing, but you want to replenish. You want to replenish before you do these activities, before and during, much more so than after. Any athlete will tell you if you run a marathon, you drink water after, that's not going to do what it needs to do. The athlete will tell you need to be drinking water days before any marathon or any athletic event so that your body has the tools it needs to function. So the solution to dehydration, drink half your body weight in ounces every day. I weigh about 155 pounds, so I drink 6, 7, 8 glasses a day. How do you do that? You drink a glass of water first thing in the morning, 1 or 2, depending on, you know, whether you're an early riser and so forth. Try to avoid drinking water at meals. It interferes with the digestive enzymatic activity. And stop 20 minutes or so before and after meals. After breakfast, wait 20, 30 minutes. Drink 2 or 3 glasses before lunch. After lunch, 2 or 3 glasses, and look at that. You've been drinking 6, 7 glasses of water by dinner. And your body needs it early in the morning and throughout the day, so that when you sleep, you're not drinking water, you're functioning. And you may find that everything works better, your sleep, your digestion, all of that. Dehydration certainly slows down your metabolism and contributes to weight gain. You want to, when there's a decrease in water intake, it increases your fat deposits. While when you drink more water, it reduces your fat deposits. Dehydration also impacts your kidneys, which cannot function properly and dump toxic load, the toxic load you have, into your liver. The liver cannot metabolize the stored fat into usable energy. If you have gallstones and kidney stones, try drinking more water. Well, you want to avoid getting to that point, but oftentimes that's a sign of toxic buildup, and you haven't been releasing. So you've been accumulating the toxicity. So the water can help you release. Cornell Medical Center did a hydration study and found that 75% of Americans have symptoms of chronic dehydration. 37% of Americans have a thirst mechanism that's so weak, it's often mistaken for hunger, which means people are eating food when they probably need to be drinking water. So in the next week or two, try to be very conscious when you're reaching for more food. You know, have I been drinking my 5, 6, 7, 8 glasses today? And see how you feel. Of course, I've mentioned that dehydration slows the metabolism and contributes to fatigue, irritability, brain fog, and memory issues. So at birth, we're approximately 95% water by weight. You are probably alarmed, as I have been over the last couple of years, as we've seen rising rates of autism, ADD, dyslexia in kids, along with depression, anxiety. All those rates are rising. Why is that? I happen to believe that one of the contributors, not the only one of the contributors is kids are drinking less water and they are dehydrated. They're drinking more soda, more tea with sugar. That's what they do here in Virginia and DC. They call it sweet tea. More soda, more orange juice, more apple juice. Those are all acidifying. Unless you've freshly, unless you've squeezed fresh orange juice in the morning, which you can buy at Whole Foods Market, by the way, but it's not organic oranges. But so they're all acidifying. So you want your kids to be drinking more water. So as we age, we become about 50% water by weight. So we need to drink even more water. You may hear your parents and grandparents, other family members who are older saying that they're not thirsty. Well, that's because the thirst mechanism is waning, and you need to work with them to figure out somehow, to help them get more water in their bodies, because it really does contribute to brain fog, dementia, and Alzheimer's. So here's an interesting breakdown by organ of the percentage of water. The brain has is comprised of approximately 85% water. Bones are approximately 22% water. Kidneys are approximately 82% water. Muscles are approximately 75% water, and blood is approximately comprised of 90% water. When the brain is not watered regularly, when you're not drinking enough water, it starts to borrow from these other organs because it needs to keep functioning. If your kidneys don't function, it will be problematic, but it may not be life-threatening at the beginning of the kidney problem, if you see what I mean. Here is a pH scale. It starts at the bottom, 3.0, and it extends up to 11.0. This is scientifically accepted pH scale. And in the book, The pH Miracle, Dr. Young and Ms. Young discuss the health benefits of eating alkaline food and drinking alkaline water on the body. And they describe how your health is very much governed by the pH levels of your blood and bodily fluids. Your blood wants to be in the range of 7.3 to 7.4. If it starts to go either way, it will start to borrow from other organs so that it can stay in that range. And the other really important factor, particularly given our current situation with the pandemic, is that inflammation, bacteria, fungus, and viruses cannot grow in an alkaline environment. So as your internal milieu, internal environment in your body becomes more alkaline, you are less vulnerable. Can't make any guarantees here on what will happen in the future. You are less vulnerable. Your immune system is stronger when you are drinking alkaline water and eating alkaline food. Here is a breakdown of drinks. Soda, of course, you want to stop all soda immediately. No one's about it. Soda is 3.0. You need to drink 30 glasses of alkaline water to neutralize the effect of 1 glass of soda. Okay, and this orange juice and tomato juice is, of course, processed. If you drink fresh, that's different. But coffee and tea, look how acidic that is, 5.0. Tap water is neither alkaline nor acidic. And the alkaline water starts at 8.0 on the pH scale. I am also going to we're going to post this recording on the Difference Baker. I'm also going to post a pH demonstration by Dr. Troy Sanford. So you want to check that out on the Difference Baker Facebook website. So the health benefits of alkaline water are wide-ranging. Many people believe that alkaline water is an artificial creation and we don't need it. However, when I was hiking in Nepal at altitude, the water was alkaline. The water is alkaline. And this is why many people refer to alkaline water as glacier water, because as you climb any mountains, Nepal or otherwise, the water has not been subjected to the toxicity levels that we experience here at sea level. So some of the benefits, not all, but some of the benefits include boosting your immune system, improving your energy, deepening your sleep. What does that mean? When you know when your sleep is deep and healthy when you wake up dreaming. That's a sign that you've reached REM, deep sleep. Your digestion is improving. What does that mean? You're having 1 to 3 bowel movements a day. 1 to 3 bowel movements a day. That's because you're eating 3 meals a day. So you want to release. Now, most of us are not doing that. I'm certainly not doing 3 bowel movements a day yet. But I am, my digestion has improved, and water is a big factor. Hormones, brain, heart, skin can all be improved with alkaline water, and of course, athletic performance and recovery. The alkaline water that is created from these ionizer units is particularly effective because it reduces oxidative stress and inflammation because the water is negatively charged. The oxidant reduction potential, or ORP, results in antioxidant water. So when we have too much oxidative stress, we have big issues, too many free radicals in our bodies. The antioxidants neutralize or combat those free radicals. And this is extremely important. So this is why alkaline water is particularly effective. So I've been talking about your lifestyle, and in the book, The pH Miracle, it talks about eating alkaline food and drinking alkaline beverages. So in the United States, the ratio that we currently have en masse by most people is the opposite of what it really needs to be. The current ratio is people are really drinking 20% alkaline forming beverages and 80% acid forming beverages currently. The craze to drink coffee here is absolutely astronomical and, in my opinion, harmful. Caffeine is extremely dehydrating, in my opinion, along with alcohol, fruit juice, and soda. So I really recommend you stop drinking soda immediately. It is so bad for your body. And then increase not only your alkaline water, but fresh squeezed juice. Celery, cucumber, Swiss chard, collard greens, apples are the only fruit that I put in my juice, by the way. And these are extremely alkalizing because liquid is more readily absorbed than food. It bypasses any digestive issues. So I also drink herbal tea with no caffeine and lemons and water. Hot water is much more preferable over cold water. In the United States, I've lived overseas quite a bit. So I've noticed that in Europe and in Moscow where I lived and worked, they don't put ice in the water. Ice in the water makes it cold and makes it harder for your body to assimilate it. So you want to start moving away from that. And hot water is really, really much better. It helps the body systems move much more efficiently. So the doctors and scientists in Japan really understand and acknowledge the power of alkalinity, particularly alkaline water. They understand that bacteria, fungus, viruses, and toxicities cannot grow in an alkaline environment, and that as you drink alkaline water, it boosts your immune system so you are less vulnerable to these issues. The Japanese hospitals actually serve alkaline water to their patients because they see a quicker recovery. They also view alkaline water ionizers as necessary medical devices. Quite different from here in the United States. So we have something to learn from them. And if you want to do investigation, which I hope you do on the research for alkaline water, start with the Japanese medical and scientific communities. The Department of Water in Japan, I think it's called, has backed these communities in terms of doing research and doing studies to demonstrate the power of alkaline water on health. The bottled water craze has instigated a new movement. Bottled alkaline water is not natural. How do I know this? Because when alkaline water is created in an ionizer unit, it only lasts at the alkaline pH for about 36 hours, 3 days. 36 hours, 3 days. Because when it leaves the unit, it is exposed to oxygen, light, heat, and movement. And so I have tested the waters in these particular brands and others, and they are alkaline, which means that if they've been in that bottle for weeks, maybe months, they have, I don't have any research to show this, but I understand that they have been treated to maintain the alkalinity. So I think they've been putting chemicals in these waters to keep the pH high. Not what you want to be doing. You don't want more chemicals in your body. And the other problem is drinking bottled water is that the plastic, as we've discussed, disrupts the hormones, affects fertility and immunity. So the Washington Nationals here in Washington, D.C. was the first Major League Baseball team to install Avalara living water units in the locker room. The baseball players reported enhanced performance and recovery, reduced injuries, and reduced aches and pains. The strength and conditioning coaches were largely responsible for this. And word traveled. And now 29 of 30 Major League Baseball teams have installed these units because they've seen such improvements in their players. So now I'd like you to just consider how much money you and your family are spending on bottled water on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis. I did this about 7 years or so when I was in crisis and really trying to do everything I could to feel better and to improve my health. And I calculated that I was spending about $150 a month buying water at the store, at the 7-Eleven, if I was out at Rehoboth Beach biking, or if I was in Colorado skiing, I was just randomly buying water here and there. And that $150 times 12 months equaled $1,800 a year. $1,800 a year times 5 is $9,000 over 5 years for just me. So if you're a family of 4, maybe you're spending $300, $400, $500, $600 a month on water. So perhaps you could take a different route that's more beneficial to you and your family. This is the alkaline ionizer that I purchased. I did my research 7 years ago and decided for the money this was the best unit. It's called a Avalara Living Water Unit. And you can see that it is mobile, but it connects to the tap in your kitchen, bathroom, or laundry room. People use it in their offices as well. And the way that it works is it splits, the ionization process, it splits and restructures the water molecules as it undergoes, goes through a carbon and a calcium filter process. And it produces a negative electric charge, which increases the water's alkalinity. The alkaline water carries a high negative oxidation reduction potential, which I mentioned previously, ORP, and this is a potent antioxidant. So I just can't tell you how much I've enjoyed drinking this water, and I take it with me everywhere. So I really stopped buying water. I carry it with me in my car. You know, when I carry it in my hydration pack when I hike or I bike. It's had incredible improvement in my health. And I've seen this with clients of mine and my family members. My mother has had a unit for a number, oh my gosh, 5 years maybe. She's 87 years old. She is still, her memory is very strong. She's very healthy. She's really healthier and more mobile and really kind of happier than her peers and neighbors. She lives in a wonderful senior community, and they all live next to each other. So they all talk to each other a lot. But it's such a relief for me because I know that, you know, she's drinking alkaline water and that is helping her as she ages. So it splits the water into alkaline water and acidic water. The acidic water produces a positive electric charge. You don't want to drink it because it damages your cells, similar to, you know, soda and all those kind of things. However, the acidic water is absolutely fantastic for external uses. It's an antiseptic. So I use it for my skin and hands, particularly now with this viral outbreak. I clean my kitchen countertops, bathtubs, toilets with it, and particularly effective. So I am saving money by not buying as many hand wipes as other people. And I just fill up a bottle and keep a spray bottle in my car, and spraying my hands and everything along the way, per instructions by the CDC and so forth. I can't make any guarantees of, you know, that it's going to kill this particular virus, but I can say that I've found it to be a particularly good antiseptic. So the cost of the Avalara Living Water is $2,199. There's a little typo there. It does not include taxes and shipping, which is minimal. The filters, very affordable, $82 a year typically, for a family of 4 that drinks about 10,000 liters, which is measured on the display right there. And a citric acid cleaning kit, which is about $64, again, once a year, and a free 5-year warranty comes with the unit. You may find less expensive Avalara units on online portals, eBay and Amazon. Please know that the Avalara Corporation does not support sales online. It is a distributor model, and it wants to maintain quality control over its units. And people who post them online usually don't last long because the company finds that it's undermining distributors such as myself and Alyssas who have become educated about the unit. We provide, you know, we help you with your filters, with your cleaning, with any questions, with any, if you need us to talk with anybody in your family. We really are an extension for you in terms of using the unit optimally. So feel free to contact Alyssas at The Difference Baker or myself if you want more information. We both have units and we've been really happy with them. So in summary, I've talked about dehydration and the very dangerous impact it has on health. It weakens the immune system, causes aging, and water, of course, is the single most important nutrient in our body. We can go days, for those of us who do juice fasting, we can go days without eating, but we cannot go days without water. And hydration is very effective in reducing inflammation, boosting the immune system, enhancing vitality, and improving athletic performance and recovery. You certainly want to drink half your body weight in ounces of alkaline water daily. And you want to do your investigation, do your research, contact us. We're happy to give you some of the science that the Japanese have done to help you with your decision and answer any questions at all. And lastly, I want you to reach for your dreams. I put another photo of me here. There I am in my red hat in Nepal at what they call a tea house, which is a hostel, so to speak, where they have them strewn about the mountains. And I'm hiking there. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, alkaline water was a big contributor in helping me reach my goal of being physically able to trek in Nepal. And it certainly helped me emotionally and mentally as I underwent a lot of anguish with my health and recovering from many, many challenges. So I am grateful and thankful. And I hope that during this viral pandemic, you continue to keep your dreams alive, keep your hope, and know that this pandemic is going to be over. But in the meantime, you can be proactive for your family in boosting your immunity and keeping yourselves as healthy as possible. And I truly wish you the best as you enjoy the journey, hopefully. Happy trails. Thank you. I'm Julianne O'Dwyer, and this has been Benefits of Alkaline Water for Boosting Immunity. So you can check out, as I mentioned, another presentation by Dr. Troy Sanford, pH demonstration on the impact of alkaline water. He tests the popular bottled waters with pH drops, and you can see that on the difference Baker. Thank you for your time.